Students, this is a continuation of water and its properties, part 2, and we're going to talk about thermochemistry review and then also the effects that water can have on climates. So this is a continuation of the first video. So in the last unit, Thermochem, Unit 11, we talked a little bit about specific heat capacity. So let's refresh on that. Specific heat capacity is the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance, or in this case, water, by 1 degrees Celsius. And we learned this equation for heat change. So the letter Q, M, C, and delta T. Sometimes we called it MCAT. So the letter C stands for the specific heat capacity. And we learned for water specifically, it has a value of 1.00 calories per gram Celsius or 4.18 joules per gram Celsius, depending on what you needed. M would be the mass of the substance. In this case, again, it's water. Delta T is the change in temperature in degrees Celsius. And reminder that we find the change in temperature by doing the temperature final minus the temperature initial at the beginning. Q is heat in joules or calories, depending on what value of specific heat you're using. And we can calculate the heat as we change the temperature of water. So how does water impact the climate? Water allows for more temperate, or what we call moderate, climates. So here's a map of Texas. Got a bunch of cities there. And we have a chart that looks at the high and low temperatures for different places, Galveston and El Paso, at different times in the month of February. So if we look at February 8th for Galveston, you'll see it as a high of 68 and a low of 51, which would be a difference of 17. Now for El Paso, you've got a difference from 68 all the way down to 39. So in drier climates, you'll notice that the temperature change is a lot bigger, which would be 29 in this case. And what you'll notice is if we go down, you'll see that El Paso, which is a more dry and arid climate, has greater fluctuations in temperature, whereas Galveston is coastal. So the average difference is 12 degrees for a coastal climate, but 29 degrees for a dry and arid climate. So what we want you to know that cities that are located around big bodies of water, like these guys, Corpus Christi, Brownsville, Beaumont, Houston, they have more moderate climates, whereas places like Amarillo, Lubbock, Midland, Odessa, they would have greater changes in temperature.